For over 10 years, John Cena was the face of the WWE. Over 10 years of being the main guy, the franchise, the draw, the brand, and over 10 years of being the superhero. But the question has always been, what if? What if John Cena at one point in his career went from being the superhero to the supervillain? Yo, it's always been the magic question, the scenario that fans have dreamed about for years. What if John Cena became evil? What if John Cena, just like Hogan, just like Rock and Austin before him, what if he turned heel? It's something that never happened, and maybe for a good reason, but there were so many opportunities available, so many times that the WWE could have pulled the trigger, but they didn't. Everyone at one point or another has tried to fantasy book this heel turn, so I thought, why not I give it a shot? It's simple. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Pav, aka WrestlinGifs, and this is my fantasy booking of the John Cena heel turn that we never got. Let's get straight into it. We begin at SummerSlam 2013. The main event has just ended. Cena is in shock, the fans are going crazy, and on this night, just like real life, Bryan has shocked the world and has become WWE champion. Cena has finally taken the L, and he's standing there and he accepts it, and he goes up to Bryan. He shakes his hand, he shakes Triple H's hand, and he just walks away. Cause now it's Bryan's time. Bryan is in the ring, he's going crazy, he's celebrating, this is the greatest day of his life, but John Cena, he's leaving, his job is done, he's out of the picture. And yo, we all know what happens next. As Cena leaves, Bryan celebrates, and Randy Orton's music hits. Randy Orton walks in, Triple H does the deed, and just like real life, Orton goes in there, cashes in his money in the bank, and becomes the WWE champion. So SummerSlam 2013 ends just like it did in real life. John Cena has a real life elbow injury and he has to miss a few months due to surgery. Bryan won the championship, but in less than 5 minutes he lost it to Randy Orton, and here we go. So Cena goes and he gets the surgery, he gets that nasty ass elbow looking like a baseball repaired somehow, and he goes into hiding for a few months to heal his injury. Meanwhile, in the WWE, Bryan begins his climb back against the Authority, and at this point, yo, the fans, they love Bryan. This is like his peak, they're going crazy, they love him every week. It's yes, yes, yes. So he goes on a tear and he declares that he wants his rematch against Randy Orton at Night of Champions for the WWE Championship. And he gets the rematch. So we get to Night of Champions 2013. Bryan comes out, Randy Orton comes out, and it's hype. But deep down, everyone knows that Bryan is probably not going to win the title at a random ass pay-per-view like Night of Champions. But nah, they try their best to make it dramatic. They have a crazy match. At the end, it's like, oh shit, Bryan might win. But nah, Triple H goes in there, he gets his shovel, and he takes matters into his own hands once again, and he makes sure that Orton walks out champion. So at this point, Bryan lost the rematch, and there is no way in hell the Authority are going to give him a rematch. So what he does is he challenges Triple H to a match at Battleground, and the stipulation is, if Bryan can beat Triple H, he gets one last shot at Randy Orton. And yo, you already know, in an absolute classic, just like the WrestleMania match, Bryan and Triple H just put on a banger. They basically replicate their Mania match and they put it down here. And of course, there is so much drama because, you know, Triple H always goes over. And the question is Bryan actually gonna win? Is he gonna pull it off? And at the end, Bryan survives, he pulls it off, and he gets the match. So it's official, okay? It's Bryan's last shot for the WWE Championship, and it's going to be against Randy Orton inside a Hell in a Cell. And at this point, I know what you're thinking. Yo, where is John Cena? Is this rebooking Bryan's run? Nah, don't worry, we got it covered. So Battleground ends, and then we get to SmackDown. And just like real life, okay, we're trying to be as realistic as possible. Alberto Del Rio is the World Heavyweight Champion, sadly, and he has defended his title a bunch of time, and at this point, he is acting up. He's like, I'm the best in the company, I'm the best, no one can touch me, blah, blah, blah. And like I said, just like in the real life situation, Vicky Guerrero just gets tired of him acting up and announces that, well, Del Rio, since you think you're all that, I'm making you defend the World Heavyweight Championship at Hell in a Cell against John Cena. Cue the fucking trumpets, cue the promos. John Cena return promos begin airing every single week. The man is coming back, the GOAT, the legend, the franchise. Somehow, some way, his elbow healed in like 3 months looking like this. I don't know what kind of steroids he was on, but he's coming back and he's taking the title from Alberto Del Rio, the World Heavyweight Championship. Big Match John is back. So here we are at Hell in a Cell 2013, okay? 2 title matches, 2 huge matches. So the first match, Cena comes back in his pink shirt. He's all happy to be there, jumping around, all happy. Yay, John Cena. And the fans are obviously excited to see him. You know, as much as they want to act like they hate him, every time he comes back, they go crazy. And in this match, Del Rio gets his ass beat. He's in there like he's up against Prime Hulk Hogan. The shovel is out. There is no doubt in anyone's mind. Cena just walks in there, and in his first night back, he's going over. He wins the World Heavyweight Championship. He's smiling, he's doing his thing, and the champ is here once again. But then it was time for the main event, the match that everyone wanted to see, the match that everyone waited for, the match that nobody had any idea what was gonna go down. Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton in the Hell in a Cell for the WWE Championship, and they have a classic Hell in a Cell match. This match actually deserves a Hell in a Cell, so they go in there and they put in work. The feud has become personal because Orton has screwed over Daniel Bryan so many times, and this is Daniel Bryan's last shot, so he goes in there like a maniac. The fans are going crazy. They want to see Daniel Bryan win. This is what they've been waiting for. This is what they wanted at Summerslam. This is what they wanted at Night of Champions, and now at his last shot, they're giving him everything. They're chanting his name. Yes, 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 you name it. And it's just up to Daniel Bryan to win the match. So after like 25 minutes, okay, after one of the best Hell in a Cell matches in a long time, out of nowhere, Daniel Bryan hits the knee. He gets the pin. 1, 2, 3. Daniel Bryan wins, and it's like the greatest thing ever, okay? The fans are going absolutely nuts. Like I said, what should have happened at SummerSlam, what the fans wanted months ago, they finally get it, and they're going insane. It happened, it's cemented, it's certified. There's no special guest referee to ruin this now. There's no Money in the Bank. It's just Daniel Bryan in the ring as the rightful WWE champion after a grueling, intense, after a Hell in a Cell match, after all those months. The journey is finally over, and Daniel Bryan has done it. Against all odds, he's done it. He's sitting there, he's relaxing, just trying to soak it all in. But then you hear this sound. Vince McMahon comes out and starts talking right away, straight to the chase. Well, Daniel, you beat my son-in-law. You beat my chosen champion. You have beaten all the odds, and congratulations, god damn it, you are the WWE champion. At this moment, everyone just gets tense, everyone's tripping. They're like, yo, what the hell could it possibly be now? And Vince just continues. He's like, but Daniel, there's a certain someone who technically does have a rematch clause for that championship right there. And pal, we're gonna have the rematch right now. Good luck. And it happens. The fucking John Cena music plays, the trumpets are playing once again, and just imagine the heat. Imagine how angry the crowd would be. John Cena, after already taking one belt the same night, the guy in 2006 who was screwed the exact same way by Edge was doing it himself. Yo, imagine how perfect this would be. Daniel Bryan finally did it. He finally did it against all odds. He's sitting there, and here comes John Cena. Okay, this isn't Randy Orton, this ain't Triple H. No, Super Cena is in the cut. It's a scary sight. He's walking in there with one belt in his hand, and he's about to go in there and take the other one too. The crowd would be going nuclear, okay? There would be so much shock, so much anger that John Cena, the nicest guy, right? The nice guy, the face, the superhero, is going out of his way to screw Daniel Bryan. After all those years of fighting fair, doing the right thing, he is doing this. Straight face, no dancing, no jumping around, no t-shirt, no towel, no hat, just mean mugging, goes in that ring with Vince McMahon by his side and just beats Daniel Bryan's ass. Attitude adjustment, F you, call it whatever you want. He's breaking hearts, he's breaking Daniel Bryan's bones, he's hitting with like 3 A's for no reason, YOLO, and Vince McMahon is at ringside having the time of his life. 1, 2, 3, heel Cena is the double champion after screwing over the most over face the WWE had seen in a long time. It would be pure chaos, and at the end of the day, I honestly feel like 2013, this moment right here, would have been the perfect time for John Cena to finally turn heel. By 2013, Cena had been on top for almost 9 years, and he did it all. He had the Rock matches, the Edge feud, the Orton feud, the Punk feud. He has done it all, and it was time. I don't see the point of Cena turning heel in 06 or 2010 because it wouldn't be as impactful. But here, because Cena had all those feuds, because he was the good guy for so long and nothing broke him, when CM Punk was getting more cheers than him, he stood tall, he did his thing, hustle, loyalty, respect. But now that Daniel Bryan's in the picture, it's no more Mr. Nice Guy. And what better way to turn heel than screwing over the guy that the fans want as his replacement? And it's simple. Why does John Cena turn heel? Because, well, first of all, he thinks what he did is right. Cena has always been the company guy, right? That's his image, that's who he is, and here, he's just doing what he thinks is best for business. If Vince and Triple H, his bosses, think that, you know, Cena as champion is best for business, you best believe he's gonna do that. He's just being the company guy, and at the end of the day, he just doesn't think that Daniel Bryan is worthy of replacing him. He doesn't want to step down, he doesn't want to be second fiddle. At the end of the day, he's still the franchise, he's still the man, and he's like, like, yo, this little bearded piece of is not taking my spot. Plus, you add in the fact that Daniel Bryan beat him when he was injured. That just pisses them off even more. It's like, Daniel Bryan and all you people think he's better than me. The only reason he beat me was because I was injured. He's not on my level. He never will be. And at this point, he is just tired of being the nice guy. He's tired of pretending that anyone is on his level. And now we get a John Cena who's like, I am the GOAT. I am the WWE. I am this company. And all you fans have been booing me for years. All you fans have been crying about me, how you're sick of me, but you haven't seen nothing yet. You're about to see the real John Cena, the Cena who doesn't hold back. No more cringy promos. It's time for the heel Cena era. And when he does this, he just becomes a monster and he does whatever he wants when he wants. No one can touch him. It's just legit going there and destroying people, just flexing. Like I said, no more Mr. Nice Guy. And the best part is the authority is still there and they are right behind him. They support him. They're so happy, like, yeah, that's our champion. They can come out and be all proud of John Cena. But at the end of the day, Cena, he's not a part of the authority. He's not an authority puppet. He's not a Randy Orton 2.0 where just another face in the crowd and Triple H is the focus. No, it's John Cena. It's John Cena's time. He runs the company. This is just all about him and this is his super villain phase. Like, the authority worships him. At this point, this is John Cena's WWE and everyone is just living in it and he's like Super Saint Cena. He does whatever the hell he wants. Yo, he goes into matches and does low blows, starts doing a pile driver. Even though the move's banned, doesn't matter because John Cena can do whatever he wants. He runs the place. Vince is supporting him. The authority worships him and nobody is stopping him. The two big pay-per-view matches that come to my head that I think would be awesome is, first, you have Randy Orton get kicked out of the authority for being a bum. So Orton turns face and he's against the authority and in turn he's against John Cena. And we have a classic switch up here. Imagine a face Randy Orton taking on a heel John Cena for the WWE Championship at Survivor Series. But the main big money match that I think would be perfect before WrestleMania, right before CM Punk leaves, would be at the Royal Rumble 2014, a face CM Punk versus a pure heel despicable John Cena for the titles. Punk is back in the main event scene for one last time and he's here to save us from heel John Cena. And imagine the promos and the build up with Cena fully embracing his heel attitude. Now we can be like, yeah, you're damn right, Punk, I am the New York Yankees and what are you gonna do about it? And the match would definitely be a classic. And like I said, I genuinely feel like this would be the best time for the Cena heel turn because during this time Daniel Bryan is still trying to claw his way into the ring and back into the main event, and that's the money match. WrestleMania 30, Cena versus Bryan, heel Cena, hell bent on making sure that Bryan never becomes champion against Daniel Bryan, the fans chosen one. It literally writes itself, okay? Bryan goes into the Rumble, he goes number one, he goes all the way to the end and he wins the Rumble, and we get it. It's easy build up. It's Super Cena, it's heel Cena versus Prime Yes Movement Daniel Bryan for all the gold in the main event. Just take my money. Like, yo, it literally doesn't get better than that, okay? You have the guy who wins the Rumble, who's been screwed over so many times. He's finally reaching the peak of his career against the final boss, against the guy who's been carrying the company for a decade, against the franchise. You got the man who gets cheered the most against the man who gets booed the most. What more do you need? That's what a WrestleMania main event should be. They would have had the stadium tweaking. Imagine how polarizing and intense it would have been. 30 minutes of them just going at it. John Cena fully healthy, no elbow baseball or anything. Daniel Bryan at his best in his moment to shine. Nah, man, this would have been special. And at the end, out of nowhere, just like SummerSlam, the knee to the face, 1, 2, 3, after 30 minutes of war against all odds, Daniel Bryan finally becomes a champion. And this time, as cool as it was to be Triple H and then, you know, Randy Orton and Batista in the same night, it was amazing, it was cool. But imagine if he beats the heel John Cena. It would have been amazing, it would have been perfect. And that, at the end of the day, guys, is my ideal John Cena turn. And I know what some of you guys might be thinking. Oh, what's the point of John Cena turning heel if he's just gonna lose in a few months? And to that I say, yo, John Cena as a heel doesn't need a crazy 500-day title reign and never lose a match like Roman Reigns. Roman needed that, okay? But here, John Cena is already cemented. He's already a GOAT. He's like Austin in 01 or even Hogan. When Hogan turned heel in 96, he lost a match in December of the same year. It's like The Rock turning heel in 98 and then by April of 99, he's a face again. Just the impact of a heel John Cena would be so special and the dynamic and everything would make the business so hot. Having a heel John Cena, even if it's just for a few months, would spice things up so much and make the Daniel Bryan storyline feel even more special. It's never about the duration. You don't need a 500, 600, 2-year reign like Roman Reigns as a powerful heel. No, it's not about the duration. It's about how special you can make the run. Booking a John Cena heel turn is so hard because like I don't see personally the point of Cena turning heel in 06 or 2010 because I wouldn't change any of that stuff, right? Because he still had ways to go, but by 2013, like I said, he's already cemented. He did everything. It was the perfect time. And what better way to do it than becoming the ultimate supervillain for Daniel Bryan to destroy? You guys might disagree, but hey, at the end of the day, this is my booking. In the comments below, feel free to share how you guys would have booked it. But to me, logically, this just makes so much sense because I don't want 06 Cena and 07 to be heel because I feel like his run was perfect the way it was. But to end off the booking, the question becomes post WrestleMania, what does heel Cena do? Is that it? He had a little heel run. Is that it? He's gonna go disappear for a few months, come back as a face. And yeah, you honestly could do that, but this is where it gets really fantasy. But I have an idea that could have been really fun if it could have happened. So the next night on Raw, heel Cena comes out on Raw and he's angry, he's pissed, he wants a rematch, he lost one of the biggest matches of his career, he's full evil mode at this point, he's ready to kill Daniel Bryan's family if he has to, he's waiting for Daniel Bryan to come out, he's pissed, he's angry, but instead of Daniel Bryan, the lights go off. And everyone's like, wait, who, what, where, what's going on? And then the lights start flashing in and out, and the music plays, and all you hear is Sting's music. Instead of Survivor Series 2014, he comes at the Raw after Mania, and Sting comes out and he's here to do what he did to Hulk Hogan in 1997. Just like when Hogan turned heel on the world back in 1996 and he wanted to run rampant on WCW, Sting was right there fighting for the good guys, fighting for what was right, and in 2014 we run it back with heel Cena versus Sting in his WWE debut. And after that, the rest is history. It could go anywhere. Cena could be heel for the rest of his career, he could turn face, do whatever you want, but I feel like this would have been such a fun little heel run. So yeah, like I said, that's my John Cena heel turn, and I know it's not perfect, it's not probably gonna be the most popular. A lot of you guys are gonna be like, why are you changing this? It's perfect, blah blah blah. But yo, trust me, a Cena heel turn booking is so hard, trying to make it logical, trying to make it make sense, trying to find the perfect time, because the man had such a great career. But this is exactly where I think John Cena should have turned heel and could have easily turned heel, and honestly, I think it would have been best for business. But anyway, this is my booking. In the comments below, like I said before, leave down when you would turn him heel, how you would turn him heel. Go crazy with the fantasy booking in the comments below. It's your boy Pav, aka WrestlinGifs. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Stay tuned for more content coming soon. I got a lot of special things planned. I'm back, I'm better than ever, and I can't wait to take over summer 2022. I'll see you guys later, okay? Take it easy. Bye.